Welcome to the ID Naturalist program. We're going to learn all about what it takes to be a naturalist. But first, what is a naturalist? Does the word naturalist sound like any other word you've heard before? Take a minute to make a list as a class that includes some ideas about what a naturalist is. Your teacher is going to pause the video here. The word naturalist has the root word nature at the beginning of it. You probably caught that. And I bet your class came up with a bunch of ideas that centered around someone who spends time in nature. And that's a great start. A naturalist is someone who spends time outdoors. But it's what they do outside that really earns them the title of a naturalist. Here are some famous naturalists from a while back. This is John Muir. Besides having an awesome beard, he also was a pretty amazing naturalist. He was born all the way back in 1838. When his family came to the United States to start a new life. He spent his days outside working on his family farm, and when he was old enough to leave home, he traveled all over by walking thousands of miles and sailing on boats. He eventually found the state of California, and he was drawn to the high country of the Sierras and loved the mountains. During all the time he spent outside, he recorded what he observed and wondered about in a journal through both pictures and words. This is Rachel Carson. She was a scientist concerned with where science was actually headed. During the years that Rachel was a scientist for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, working to study and conserve animals in their habitats, many other scientists were making chemicals and experimenting with building bombs and were racing to get their astronauts to space first. She wrote about her observations and questioned the use of chemicals and their effects on the animals and habitats that she was working on studying. You might be thinking that naturalists are just from the past, but that's not true. Here are some modern-day naturalists. This is Jenna. She spends lots of time outside asking questions about the things that live there, and she records what she finds interesting in her little black journal. This is Nate. He spends a lot of time outside too, especially on the river. He likes to catch fish, and to do that, he needs to know what they eat, what time of year they're around, and how to carefully handle them so he doesn't hurt them, and how to make flies that he uses on the end of his line that mimics what the fish eat. To do this, he makes careful observations about the insects and other things that these fish eat, and then uses materials to make flies that are pretty good imitations of their food. This is a group of students on a field trip. They just collected a bunch of arthropods, or things with exoskeletons. Now they're working to observe their favorite ones and making guesses about what some of the strange structures might do on their chosen specimen. They share what they've learned about their favorite bug by presenting their notes and pictures that they made during their time together outside. Take a minute as a class to discuss what all of these naturalists have in common. Your teacher is going to pause the video here. What did you come up with? All of these people were outside, sure. All these people were making observations. In other words, they were using their senses to describe something in nature. Maybe a tree, maybe a fish, maybe the weather or a bird or a plant. Some of these people were using pictures and words to help remember something special about what they were observing. Others were making something based on their observations. The important thing to remember is that a naturalist is in the field having a first-hand experience with something that they find interesting in nature. And nature doesn't have to be a big and amazing national park. It can be your own backyard. Naturalists can be any age. Naturalists can be professional scientists or just people who are interested in something. You can be a naturalist. All naturalists need to be able to observe and record what they see and what they wonder about. And that's what we're going to be working on over the next couple of sessions together. Today, we're just going to get our naturalist practice launched. That means we need a journal, or a place to keep all of our recordings and wonderings. Let's walk through how to make a journal step by step.